chair, like a rocking chair. No, not that one. It's a kid. It's like a child's. Here it is. It's a baby chair, right here. This is it. Thank you for showing us that. Don't be scared. We're not going to hurt you.
I don't feel she's interested in doing that.
I don't either. She's backed away.
Yeah, she moved.
I thought it was a rocking chair, huh? I was downstairs, and I got a Mr. Thompson. He was here shopping for a wagon wheel. Yeah. Felt a little, though, but...
Walked in, it was just like a heavy feeling. And then we got chilled, and then all of a sudden our feet got really hot.
I went and sat down because I started getting lightheaded, and then it just crashed.
This is our last rotation, so if you're going up to the school, go. If not, let's get inside, let these girls. I'm hoping someone will come and get me right up there because I've got to shut it up.
Okay.
So, or when you leave, the doors have to be shut, all the lights have to be turned on. Right. Nancy and Dee are up there right now.
So, some of the different devices that I am working with tonight, I'll give you a brief rundown on them, as brief as I can be. These were two devices, and they're essentially the same thing. This is a variation of it called the Paranormal Puck that interfaces to a laptop computer. This is essentially the same device in a handheld configuration. Okay, it's called the Ovilus One handheld paranormal device. Both devices were built and were invented and constructed by a man named Bill Chappell, who lives in Colorado. Bill is a retired electronics engineer, and his wife a few years ago told him, "Get yourself a hobby because you're driving me nuts." So he had a kind of a passive interest, very skeptical interest, but a passive interest in the paranormal for a number of years. And he said he went to a paranormal conference in Las Vegas just as an observer, just as a casual observer to see what the crazy ghost hunters were up to. And he went home. Very soon after, he found out about the Frank's box. And being from an electronics background, he thought it was kind of humorous, and he said, "You know what, I can build a device that'll make better speech than that thing." And he started working on his invention, the Paranormal Puck. And what it is, you have a USB interface that connects into a computer, and there is a series of sensors in here that measure the electromagnetic fields, the static electrical, DC fields, and alternating current fields, and also the ambient air temperature. I think there might be a couple of other variables that are sampled as well, but those are the core ones. Okay, that seems to have no. Hello, K2. Can you do that again? And I trust everybody has their cell phones and walkie-talkies switched off, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. Can you do that again, please? Can you affect that device? And this integer is applied towards random words in the dictionary. And most of what comes across is just complete nonsensical gibberish. You know, house, dog, cat, tree, cloud, river. All right. But every once in a while, working with the device, you start to see very interesting pairings of words. Okay. And a perfect example of this, a couple examples, he gave the handheld device to a friend of his, a mutual acquaintance. Where did the handheld go? It's over here on the side. Okay. He gave the handheld device to a friend of his, and he said, "You know, go ahead and work with this." They took it to the location where their daughter was killed in an automobile accident. Turned it on, and immediately it started saying words like sorrow, pain, accident, death, sorrow. Okay, and the statistical probability of that is very, very slim. Okay, because you have a 2,000 word dictionary. Each time you get a similar word that pairs together, it's what they call a squaring. It exponentially goes up, the probability. Two words matching together, it's a 1 in 2,000 chance. 3 words matching together is 2,000 times 2,000, 40,000?
400,000.
400,000, yes. Okay, so it goes up exponentially each time after that. It becomes statistically less and less probable that it's that's what's happening, that it's a purely random event. Orient is one standing up like this and the other vertical. One horizontal, one vertical. Whoops. There's a reason that I'm doing this. And the reason is these meters, these EMF detectors, are single-axis meters, okay? What that means is, anybody ever seen the experiment done in school where you have a magnet and you put it underneath a piece of paper and you sprinkle iron filings on it? You can see the lines of force of the magnet, right? Those lines of force are polarized. They are in a specific orientation, okay? It's not like a sphere. It's actual lines of force that go around the magnet. So you have 3 axes, actually. You have your x-axis, your y-axis, and your z-axis. And when you hear about EMF detectors that are tri-axis meters, they are able to detect simultaneously all 3 axes. And yeah, there you go. She turned her cell phone off. Bonnie, told you not. No, I'm kidding. Yes, something that puts off an electromagnetic field. There you go. Her cell phone is putting it off right now. I hold it parallel to it. Horizontal, nothing. I ask is for everybody to just sort of settle in, get themselves comfortable so they're not shifting around and squirming around in their seats. Let's go ahead and slate this. We are starting this recording session at 12:03 a.m. The date is Sunday, May 25th. Are the children here with us tonight? Yeah. Harold? Is there anyone named Mary here? Ooh, somebody's stomach said, ooh. Carter, I'm trying to do 15 things here at once. I understand that you want me to pay attention to the chat room, but it's very difficult for me to do all these things simultaneously. I'm trying to check as much as I can. We are webcasting the WISP Expo Live, the presentations today, and those are available for viewing on paranet.tv. That's my URL for Paranormal Network Television, and you go directly to that link. There shouldn't be anything to install if you have a Flash Media Player installed. In other words, if you can watch videos, streaming videos on YouTube, you should be able to see it. There's also a chat room off to the right-hand side that you can log into, so it's a truly interactive experience. People can join the chat room, they can watch the webcast on the left-hand side of the screen, and they can chat and ask questions to us on the right-hand side of the screen. So, okay, Francis is believing the man that they are afraid of was a religious man who probably beat them and may still be frightening them. Okay.
Malicious.
Will you speak to us, please? Okay, well, if you can hear us in the chat room, unfortunately we are officially hung.
Having technical difficulties.
Yeah, the computer was hung. It was completely hung, and I had to power cycle it, reboot it, so.
We smelled the perfume, and the grief store didn't really have a whole lot of activity. It was pretty quiet. Somebody's stomach had growled earlier, so I don't know if it was that.
She said it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yeah.
Okay.
She got behind me and she said it wasn't.
Okay, then I guess we're not hungry.
Well, I didn't think it came from her direction anyway. From where I was sitting at, it sounded like it came from the left instead of from the right, for me.
Okay.
So